Second segment of the news, People and Event, promises to be exciting, and it is the last edition in the month of October. Do stay with us. I'll be right back.
I am Dominic Agbea. I'll be right back after this timeout. The only one who can tell you you can't win is you, and you don't have to listen. You can watch us live on Facebook at Ogtv and Ogun State Television, YouTube at Ogtv Abeokuta, and on Ogtv. For the latest news and reports, check us on these platforms: X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download Ogtv app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. And now to the news and details. Roles of electoral officers are crucial to the success of local government elections, hence the need for adequate training to familiarize with the process. Chairman of the Ogun State Independent Electoral Commission, OCSEC, Mr. Babatunde Oshibodu, stated this during a training session organized for electoral and assistant electoral officers in Abeokuta. Oshibodu said the training was significant and necessary for the success of the elections, noting that they will be exposed to both theoretical and practical aspects of the training manual. Represented by one of the commissioners at the commission, Mr. Tunji Akoni, the chairman reiterated the importance of electoral officers to the coming elections, urging them to desist from any form of bribery, intimidation, and manipulations from political parties.
We have worked out all this to make sure that during the election, at election day, everything is seamless. So we have taken them through all the electoral process. We have taken them also through the rules of election. We have also taken them through security and peace initiative. We have also discussed legal issues and legal procedures. So they know the don'ts and what they need to do. By next Saturday, they are going to train the returning officers in the 5 areas or regions in Ogun State.
Presenting a paper titled Electoral Security and Peace at the Training, Deputy Corps Commander DCC Amos Ajayi dealt extensively on crowd management, voters' conflict resolutions, violence and emotional intelligence, stating that they are fundamental in dealing with different stakeholders on the day of elections. In his remarks, the Permanent Secretary of the Commission, Engineer Olabode Ojetola, appreciated the resource personnel for their contributions, emphasizing the fundamental roles of the trainees during and after the electoral process. The trainees commended OCSEC for the initiative, saying the training was apt and needed for them to get acquainted with the electoral guidelines. They noted that the training has broadened their knowledge in the aspects of collation, announcements, and declaration of results within the confines of the law and in relating with voters and other stakeholders on the field on election day. With the aim at combating the increasing prevalence of non-communicable diseases, particularly hypertension and diabetes, across the nation, an initiative which is part of the National Health Promotion and Awareness Campaign spearheaded by the Nigeria Commissioners Forum, a press conference has been held to herald Project 10 Million Know Your Number, Control Your Number in Ogun State. Bolaji Samson was part of the press conference held at the conference room, Ministry of Health, Okemoso, Abeokuta. A report.
The rise in the prevalence of hypertension and diabetes is assuming an epidemic level in Nigeria today. And to manage the twin identifiable diseases, health commissioners in Nigeria decided to bridge the gap in a quick response for intensive health education and awareness campaign. in order to achieve prevention and control of these non-communicable diseases in Nigeria. A formal launch to kickstart the project has birth in Ogun State, known as Project 10 Million. Know your number, control your number is expected to give free consultations. An initiative which aligns with the Nigeria Health Sector Renewal Investment Initiative and a sector-wide approach compact signed by the governors with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as it reflects a shared commitment to improving health outcomes for all Nigerians.
Project 10 Million, which is endorsed by the Nigeria Governors Forum and supported by health commissioners from all 36 states and FCT, will take place from October the 28th till 3rd of November 2024. During this period, we aim to screen 10 million Nigerians for hypertension and diabetes for free.
Towards ensuring the vulnerable percentage of the population have equitable access to essential care. Interacting with newsmen at a press conference, Commissioner for Health, Ogun State, Dr. Tomikoga, made it known that the core mission for Project 10 Million in Ogun State is not only about screening, but about saving lives through preventative care and ensuring a healthier future for communities.
Will be accessible at all primary health centers, secondary facilities, tertiary facilities, churches, mosques, parks, and markets throughout the state. Our goal is to ensure that every resident has the opportunity to know their number, take control of their health, and avert preventable non-communicable diseases.
Citizens aid
measurement to unsuspecting Nigerians due to recent hike in pump price of fuel. Ogun State government set up a regulatory team to monitor level of compliance, and in pursuant of these mandates, alongside regular interface with transport unions to charge reasonable fares, the team was at Ikenne local government for its monitoring exercise. Tony Ogundepe, who was with the team, reports that the initiative is yielding desired result. Our report is presented in this package.
Following increase in price of fuel per litre, as government continues to deregulate the sector, Ogun State government swiftly engaged critical stakeholders in transport sector to mitigate the effect of various economic reforms being implemented by federal government. Similarly, the move offers opportunity to scrutinize operators of filling stations from engaging in unethical practice of tampering with meter while dispensing fuel to the public. And in continuation of its onerous task, the team was in Ikenne, visiting parks at Iperuremo, Ilishon, and Shagamu. The transporters who welcomed the initiative wanted government to consider focusing on making roads more motorable to reduce frequent damages to their vehicles.
Before we are carrying Sharan 300 naira, but now we are carrying 700 naira because of fuel. Fuel of already cost.
Before the increase in pump price, we used to charge 1,500 from Iperu to Ijebu-Ode, but now it is 2,000 naira. From Iperu to Koto Garage, in Abeokuta before now, it was 2,000 naira, but now it is 2,500 naira.
Commuters, who are at the center of it all, express reservations on the fuel price increase, which keeps eating deep into their purse.
Before it was preferable, but now it's very, very outrageous. Like everything keeps on skyrocketing. Like before, I think we pay 1,500 or 1,000, but now they said it's 2,500 from Iperu here to Abeokuta. Then from Abeokuta to this place, then was 1,150, but now it's 2,500.
The government should just help us to check the fuel, mainly the fuel, because I think the increment in fuel price has made everything to be high.
We'll advise the government to bring the price down so that at least the price of fuel generally to be brought down in order for the citizens to be, well taken care of. because things are hard actually. A lot of people are complaining here and there.
In the course of the exercise, passengers and drivers appreciated efforts of Prince Dapo Abiodun-led administration at making life bearable for citizens, despite the prevailing economic challenge and meager resources available.
The Ogun State government, through the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, has suspended a teacher alleged to have beaten and punished one Master Monday Arijo, an SS2 student of Obada Grammar School, Obada Idiemi, which reportedly led to his demise. The incident, which happened on Friday, also led to the immediate arrest of the teacher, as the principal of the school, Mrs. Onolapo, was promptly queried for allowing corporal punishment to be used on the pupil against the established rules and regulations of the state. The principal was given 24 hours to explain her actions and why disciplinary actions should not be taken against her for acting against the instructions of constituted authority. Subsequently, a letter of condolence was sent to the bereaved family, commiserating with them on the sudden death of their son and promising to get justice for the family. The letter, which was signed by the permanent secretary of the ministry, described the late learner as an exceptional student who would be missed by his colleagues, the school and the state at large. It then prayed for requisite strength for the family to bear the irreparable loss, as well as for the repose of the departed soul. Still on education, the Joint Action Committee, JAC, of non-teaching staff unions in the universities, comprising the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions, NASU, and the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SANU, has directed its members to proceed on a nationwide indefinite strike from Monday over the non-payment of the 4 months withheld salaries. The strike, according to the leaders of the two unions, would commence on Sunday night of October 27, 2024. JAC, in a circular to all branch chairmen of NASU and SANU in the universities and inter-university centers with the title Latest Development in Respect of the Withheld 4 months salaries, explained that the strike, initially billed for 23rd October, was rescheduled because of the Trade Group Council meeting of NASU branches on the set date. The circular, which was signed by Prince Peters Adeyemi, General Secretary of NASU, and Comrade Mohammed Ibrahim, SANU President, explained that the strategic change in timing was for effective coordination and for both unions to be on the same page. Commandant Remileku Omolade Ekundayo has assumed duty as the 12th Commandant of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps in Ogun State. The handing over ceremony took place at the Command's Conference Room, Kobakwe Road, Abeokuta, replacing Commandant David Ojelabi. Bolaji Samson covered the handing over ceremony and has details in this report.
Commandant salute!
The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Ogun State Command, has a new state commandant. Commandant Remilekun Omolade Ekundayo is taking over from Commandant Idowu Ojelabi, who has been in charge of the command for almost 2 years. While addressing senior management staff officers, divisional officers, and all the ranks, the outgoing commandant appreciated the state command for giving him the opportunity to serve, pledging to continuously work relentlessly and promote the integrity of the Corps while serving the nation with utmost dedication.
I came here as a commandant of Corps. I'm leaving the command today as a general. I'm Assistant Commandant General. Well, honestly, I want to thank the Almighty God who has been there for me all through teaching worship here. I came here the 20th of February 2023. Living here today, 25th of October 2024. Just around 1 year, 8 months. It's not how long, but how well.
During the handing and taking over ceremony, the newly deployed commandant of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Ogun State Command, called for effective collaboration of all stakeholders in the state to enhance the protection of critical national assets and infrastructure.
Be disciplined and make sure you do your work well. He rightly told you, nobody is wicked, nobody is bad. Every shout, everything he had ever done to you was for the call not to fail. Because if the call fails, nobody will invite any of you. You is the only one that will be invited. And if the call fails, he fails.
The dedication of the immediate past commandant, Idowu Jalabi, was applauded while charging the state command officers and men to be disciplined, remain loyal to the High Command of the NSCDC, and be dedicated to the national service. The new state NSCDC commandant said her administration will work without compromise and prejudice, work in synergy with the government, all sister security agencies, community and religious leaders, civil society organizations, the youth, and the media, amongst others, in combating crimes in the state. Merit awards were also presented to outstanding officers in recognition of their outstanding performances and dedication to service in the command. Bolaji Sampson, Ogtv News.
The Muslim community in Ansaruddin Society of Nigeria, Division 2, Abeokuta branch, converged to celebrate the late Alhaji Fatai Gbemisola, who died 12 years ago, a ceremony which attracted Muslim faithful and other personalities at the Central Mosque at Adedotu, Abeokuta. The ceremony was organized by Fatai Gbemisola Forum. It was also Afrida's prayers in memory of the deceased. Bolaji Sampson once again completes the report.
Muslims have been encouraged to embrace Islamic banking as this will contribute to greater economic stability and discourage reckless speculation and promote sustainable growth in the nation. Treated remembrance ceremony, the late Islamic leader was commended.
Was alive. He wasn't a cleric, but he has everything in him that was impactful. Anything he does, very impactful.
Loved ones appreciated Allah for a life well spent by the deceased, describing him as a free giver.
His impact was well felt among the community and among his friends, among the general population of Ogun State. So that's why most of the time, anywhere I go, I always have a clearance to enter any door because of my dad gesture to whoever I met on my way.
Nígbà ayé ẹ̀ ó wáyé tó dáa ó lo ayé dáadáa ó náà dẹ̀ gbádùn ayé níwọ̀nba tí Ọlọ́run kó gbádùn because Ọlọ́run ló dáa Ọlọ́run ló dẹ̀ pín sọ́dọ̀.
Awards were given to individuals in recognition of their valuable support for Ansaruddin Division 2, Abeokuta, in particular, Muslim Umar, and the cause of Allah in general.
He was alive. He's my bosom friend. He was my bosom friend. We were together 24 hours. We loved each other, but unfortunately, death has separated us.
Late Alhaji Fatai Gbemisola, widely known as Fat Gbems, was a mogul in the oil and gas business in Nigeria. He was an active member of Ansaruddin Society of Nigeria, Abeokuta, and until his death, he was the chairman of Ansaruddin Society Division 2. He was also a member of the Board of Trustees, New Tire Dealers Association of Ogun State. Bolaji Sampson, Ogtv News.
The murder of Olowu of Owu Kingdom, Oba Saka Adelola Matemilola, Alaja Aliratu Aduni Matemilola, has passed on at the age of 81 after a brief illness. In a release signed by Ogtv Kingdom, Abeokuta Chief Abiodun Lashile, the entire people of Owu Kingdom the world over express deep condolence on the passage of the deceased. Alaja Aliratu Adoni Matemilola was born in 1943 in Abiola village to Chief Kasali Bolaji Abiola of Agoika Bagura in Abeokuta and Mrs. Raliat Bolaji of Labuta compound Okegoya Owu Abeokuta. Her father was Bale of Abiola village, Balefa in current Ado-Dota local government area of Ogun State. Her father, Chief Kasali Bolaji, who was the third Bale of Abiola village, which was founded by his own father, Chief Abiola, shortly after the Egba United Forces defeated Daume forces in the mid-1880s. The release added that throughout her life, Alaja Matemi Lola was a shining example of kindness, compassion, and strength. It added that she was a successful trader, loving mother, and dutiful wife who touched countless lives. She is survived by several children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, sister, brothers, in-laws, and families. We pray that our soul will continue to rest in peace. And now to the foreign scene. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu declared on Sunday that Israel's precise and powerful strikes on Iran had been a success as his country's forces pounded targets in Gaza and Lebanon. The previous day's strikes by Israeli planes on military targets